Hi guys, I'm María Cañizares Ruiz-Funes or Chema, and today I'm going to explain my ICT exam. Let's go! Today has been the day. Charles III has been coronated as the new king of the UK. And yes, we have the first funny moments of the night. Oh god! I have said it wrong. We have to change it. I have been just noticed that we are with Chema, the new TikToker that went viral on TikTok. And there is Alejandro. Alejandro is going to do him some questions.
Hello, we have just met teacher Chema, who has been viral recently in TikTok.
Nice to meet you.
Nice. Would you mind answering some questions we have for you?
Of course, come on, let's do it.
Well, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Can you explain us which methodology you use?
Yes, of course. I usually use the flipped class methodology, which has been taught to me by my teacher, my English teacher, Juan Antonio Solís, from first year of the career, where the teacher gives all the materials to the students, and the students learn themselves all the material. And when they arrive in class, I use a Kahoot, a Bluecat or a quizzes, and they play. If I see that most of the students hasn't learned what they have, I explain it again with the same materials.
Okay, that's a good plan. What difficult problems could your student and their parent find doing this activity in the classroom, and how can you solve it?
Well, in the classroom, in this case, as I told you, is the class, is the home, and the students mainly the problem they can have is that the computer or the tablet that they have at the house isn't working or is being used by another person of the family, for example the father, the mother, or the sister for another task. So if they can't do it that task in the 2 or 3 days, the school can allow them a tablet at 2 p.m. when they have to go home. They go and ask for a tablet and do that task in the tablet.
Okay. What ethical problems will you have the three tools you have used in your assignments? How are you going to solve them?
Well, the main problem we can have at the school is that the Wi-Fi doesn't work correctly, so I have to do the class as normal. First, I explain what we are going to do, and we play the Kahoot, raising our hands or using the board as a common class. But I guess that they will also enjoy that experience because when we were young, we didn't have all those kind of games.
Okay, that's a good point of view. And what is the added value of using digital tools?
Well, nowadays the society is getting more technologized, so it is important that the students from the first year know how to use technologies correctly. That includes learning how to do a Kahoot, a Bluecat, or just a Quizlet presentation, mainly because when I show them those kind of tools, they can use it in the future for them.
Okay. And how are you going to evaluate the task?
Well, the task I'm going to evaluate if I see that the student have done the previous analysis of the concepts at home. That is what I'm going to evaluate. Also, what they score in the first task, in the first game we do at the school, and if they pay attention to the explanation I use later.
Okay. Finally, how this activity is improving the students of PLE?
Well, as I told you before, the students' PLE is going to be improved because I show them lots of tools. I show them Kahoot, I show them quizzes, I show them Quizlet, I show them Bluecat. So these tools are useful for the whole life because imagine they are going to be a teacher. They can do the presentation there, and teacher can do the game in those three apps I mentioned you before. And also because in the future they are going to be asked for more tools. I need in the university I was forced to have a PLE. I mean I were obligated to use ChatGPT. I was forced to use Petchat. So if they know more some kinds of tools, it is going to be easier because they are going to be asked for that also.
I'm going to show you what I did last week with my children from 3rd grade at mathematics class. First, we did a review from the second term. We did a review from the 3rd and the 4th block. That includes the measure block and the geometric block. I select the 5 first standards from the block of measures and the 3rd first standards from the block of geometry. So I send them this Quizlet where there is the definition. For example, this is the International Unit System, and they have the definition, and if they want to know well the definition, they have to do a click and have an image and a definition in each term. They also have the option for using an audio for another way. I also send them the geometric one where they have to do a click and have the same, a photo and a brief description. Once we are in class and we are ready to do the games, I ask them if they have any question and we go to the funniest part with the games. I select a block for geometry as it is the most funniest game and there are a lot of questions, and also I choose a Kahoot for the International Unit System. The block works. For example, you can see here there is one participant, that is me. I select a password and I start answering questions like a Kahoot, but it is funny. You can see I have here 4 different options, so I have to select. I think it's that one. Yes, it's correct. So now I have an option and I add cryptos that are the money from the game. Now let's have a look on the Kahoot. Here we prepare ourselves, and as a popular note, we have to get ready and the questions just appear. Big screen, and now comes the first question. Let's see. We have to watch the big screen, as you can see here, and you have to select. I use time 60 seconds for each question, or 90 if the question is more difficult, and here we can see that the green is the correct option and you get your score.
Thanks for your explanation. For your explaining us too much about ACT student of PLE. We have 3 final questions for you.
Okay, tell me please.
The first one is, what do you think is the mark you are going to earn?
In my point of view, I think the mark in this exam will be a 7 because I have worked in this exam, but I know I could have worked more. But that work has been done in all the tasks we have been sent before, the 9 tasks. I have really worked in those tasks, and I think that will improve my final mark.
Okay, the next question is, what is the most important role you have performed this year?
Well, the most important in my point of view would be the staff, because if you don't have a clear presentation, your social skills aren't enough. You are not going to expose your explanation correctly, and the teacher, your students, or your classmates would not understand what you are saying.
Okay, and the last question is, what is the most challenging role you have performed?
Well, I think that the most challenging role would be the curator because as you are in a university, all the work requires to copy every link you use for photos, for documents, or for whatever you do.
Now, in the second part, I'm going to explain you the question number 2 and number 3. They are the definition of 4 terms and my PLE. E-learning is a form of education of training delivered electronically through digital platform or technologies. It involves the use of multimedia resources, online courses, interactive modules, and virtual classroom. Using e-learning, you enroll in an online course where you have access to various digital resources and tools, for example, lessons, videos, vocabulary, exercises, and quizzes. TPK is the integration of technology and content knowledge in your subject. It refers for a teacher when he has the ability to include technology effectively in their lessons at the classes. An example could be when the teacher wants to show the social rights for the students and ask them to do a circle by the ICT. The students learn how to use ICT and the teacher gets that the students know what are the social rights. Bloom taxonomy is a framework that classifies educational objectives into 6 different levels. They are remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. It provides a structure for designing and assessing learning to the students. PLE is an individual customized learning environment that typically involves digital tools, resources, networks that support and facilitate the individual learning objective. An example of the PLE could be the one I'm going to explain you in the next question. To explain my PLE, for this I have chosen these 5 tools, which are Padlet, which I have been forced to use. I didn't know of this before, and Linda forced us to use it. It is for doing presentations, and I think I will use it in the future because it is an original way for doing presentations and exposing what you want to do. The second one is Prezi, and that I discovered during this course. I didn't know of Prezi before. It works as a way of doing presentations, and I think I will use it in the future, just for what you are seeing here. I can use my face and also the presentation at the same time. The third one is Bigstone. I have also discovered along this course. It works as a way to pass information into a presentation, but I don't think I will use it in the future because it requires too much time. The fourth one is Google Docs. I have used it in the past, and it works as a way of transform information to a presentation. I think I will use it in the future because it is really helpful. And finally, CapCut, that I have also used it in the past, and you can join videos, audios, photos. It is incredible, so I think I will use it also in the future. And here it goes. Here ends the second part of the news of today. Remember, tomorrow at the same time, at the same hour, at the same place, at the same channel, just with me, with Chema. See you.